What's up, world? How you doing again? It's Fredando Jackson, aka Farmer Fredo, Executive Director for Flint River Fresh. And so again, I want to welcome you to the 5th Avenue Community Garden. Again, this is the space in Albany, Georgia that we have for the community to learn how to grow food for themselves, but also to know what to grow in season. So we utilize this space just to educate each other on how we can be more productive to feed our community, to make sure that everyone has access to fresh, affordable food. So today, I want to talk about what I call the essential ingredient to any garden space, and that's about building a healthy soil. So before you start any garden project in ground, or even if you're doing container gardening over the years, I recommend that you do a soil test, and you just do that simply by collecting samples of your soil, put it into a bag, and then taking it to your local cooperative extension office for them to take it to the lab and give you a breakdown of what your soil might be missing. Because one thing that you want to do, if your soil is healthy, you will have healthier plants. And then we believe in our philosophy of growing food that if you have healthy plants that people eat, you have healthy people, and then eventually you have a healthy community. So the base of all of our soil is composting. Composting is just a breaking down of different products by nature and give you a lot of macro and micronutrients. For us in our garden mixes, we like to use a cross of cow manure, mushroom compost, chicken manure compost, as well as like high cotton gin trash. And a lot of that stuff that I just named is available in our area by different plants. So we just go by there and get it by the truckload and then just mix it in with our soil. And then the second thing that we like to do, we encourage people to do, once you get your soil test, is to find a complete organic fertilizer, just to put down at the base of the soil, just to mix in as you're about to plant for your plants. Because most of our plants need some extra nutrients. The thing about your soil, you want to make sure that you follow what we call the NPK, which stands for nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. Nitrogen is in place for like the leafing of greens, making sure that your leaf foliage is healthy, and then that's really good, a good indicator for when you're trying to grow like collard greens. Then you have your phosphorus. Your phosphorus deals with the fruits. So if you're growing a lot of tomatoes, peppers, like squashes, you're probably gonna need to adjust your phosphorus level. And then your potassium. Your potassium is what I call like your in-ground and your root structure to make sure that your plants have healthy root spaces. But then also if you're growing crops like potatoes, sweet potatoes, turnips and carrots, or onions, you also wanna make sure you adjust your potassium level. And so we do all this as we're preparing our garden space, as we're doing the bed. But then the main thing as well, like I want to make sure everybody understands, please, 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 just get your soil test done so you know exactly what you need for whatever crop you're about to grow. Because the last thing you want to do is be focusing in on growing okra, and then you put too much nitrogen out there. Now you have a lot of leaves, but very little okra plants growing. So again, this is Farmer Fredo at the 5th Avenue Community Garden, just encouraging you to grow food where you're at. So again, it's me, I'm checking in, I'm checking out, and growing food is what I'm about. Peace.